What do you suppose did this place in? The bombs? Or the people after the bombs?
Right, ladies and gentlemen, my name is Kieran, and yes, welcome back to New Wasteland, a series where we take a gander at some upcoming New World mods come to the likes of Fallout 4, New Vegas, and Fallout 3. And, you know, maybe Fallout 76 one day, when they eventually decide to release the mod support they promised beforehand. But you never know, they probably never will. Speaking of 76 actually, we're here to talk about yet another mod set in the depths of West Virginia. This time it's a mod attempting to fully remake the map of 76 and bring it into the world of Fallout 4. This mod is called Fallout Appalachia, and I want to say it's been in development for about 2 years? It's over a year at least. Appalachia was another mod that got brought to my attention by Bruno, the same guy who introduced me to Atomic MP, so you know, quick little shout out to him, thank you so much Bruno. This mod though I've been keeping my eye on ever since I was introduced to it, because I was never really too sure of what it actually was. Is it a mod that just remakes the land, or does it add something new to it, like story and quests? Well, most of these questions were answered by a Kotaku article on the mod. So for those of you who do not know the overall premise of Fallout 76, the game as of this moment does not have any human NPCs, meaning that the only humans in Appalachia currently were the residents of Vault 76, also known as the players of the game. In the game as well, things like vendors and quest givers were mainly robots, which that aspect was cleverly implemented into the story of this mod. So nearly 200 years after the events of Fallout 76, the story of this mod goes a little something like this. The residents of the Vault diverged into various factions and continued to war on as people do in the Wasteland. You know, people like to go to war. One of these said factions, and by the looks of it will be the ones driving the story forward, are the Rust Devils from Fallout 4. The mod is being used to create a somewhat backstory for this faction, as they weren't really given much in the base Fallout 4 game. In Appalachia, the Rust Devils dominated the region by utilising West Virginia's abundance of robots like Mr. Handies and Protectrons. Although after a few decades you're bound to run out of resources and supplies, this being the driving factor to what led the Rust Devils into the Commonwealth. The main modder, Desire, says the story can be discovered through the environment, notes and entries, and of course with NPCs. Desire also says they'll be trying to include unused dialogue from Fallout 4 into the mod. For me, I think the driving forces behind any mod, really, is the story and the location. So I am kinda interested in how they are implementing the Rust Devils as one of like the main factions and focuses, but I do want to see more of what locations in Appalachia have turned into due to these factions. Because after 185 years, towns and settlements are definitely going to be established, and locations will definitely be altered due to like previous conflicts and stuff like that, so I'm just kind of curious on how everything's going to look. But yeah, there's like a lot of cool things you could do with this mod, especially since you're going from the Fallout 76 base game. Imagine right now, right, there's a ton of like player-led RP factions in Fallout 76, like the New Responders for example. Imagine like taking them, or like taking a few ideas from all of these RP factions and then bringing them into this mod as like actual lore. That'd be pretty cool. I'd love to explore that. That'd be amazing. A cool wee thing I just thought of there actually would be to have various camps set up around the map to tell some short stories of Vault 76 residents when they first emerged. Imagine just like walking across Appalachia and you just find my character, Nigel Morningwood. the remains of Nigel Morningwood in his little tiny fucking camp. That'd be amazing. I'd love that. Please do that. The mod is going to act more of a DLC to the main game, so your sole survivor can go and visit Appalachia whenever they please. This was sort of revealed when the modder released teasers including Nick Valentine and Piper, also meaning that you can take these companions with you to these places, which is awesome. I like that. In regards to settlement building, this element will also be present in the game. However, camps will not return. Although you can, you know, just not be a lazy bastard and go and download a little workshop mod that you can place anywhere on the map, so you can use this in that mod, or in any mod, or even in the base game if you like. I have one of those mods installed and I intend to use it in the likes of New Vegas and the Capital Wasteland mod. Even though there aren't any camps, the current workshops that can be captured in Fallout 76 will still act as workshops in Appalachia. There are some 76 workshop items that have been fixed up for Fallout 4. These items can be obtained via a schematic that can be found in Fallout 76. Similar schematics can be found throughout the world as well for things like cooking recipes and weapon modifications that you could only really find in 76. At the moment, there isn't really much to go on in terms of details for the mod. Most of the information I've found have been in regards to like locations that have been recreated. Locations have been redesigned to look like it's been through fucking 200 years of disaster. So the landscape and buildings won't look as fresh as they did back in Fallout 76. The mod team does seem to be hard at work on just recreating the landscape and overall map of 76, which is, to be honest, a massive undertaking on itself, because just think of how big the world of Appalachia actually is. Like, isn't this map like 4 times the size of the Commonwealth or something like that? So I do understand why they aren't really diving into story or factions or anything like that just yet, because they have a wee while to go until even the map is finished. Oh yeah, I forgot to mention, because they can't take the assets straight from 76, the team are recreating, well, everything you see on screen, which, I do not have the patience for that myself. I cannot be, again, I just want to say, I cannot be a modder for these sort of projects, because I literally would not have the patience for it. So, yeah, thank you, Desire and the team, for doing this. It's a good undertaking, it's a cool wee task, it's a cool wee mod. This is a mod to keep an eye out for in the months to come, because it does look like a genuinely interesting little project, and I'm excited to see what comes of it. Might have some more details by the time of the next Fallout mod update video, who knows? So that was Fallout Appalachia. What do you think about it, and are you up for returning to the world of Fallout 76 once again? Let me know, down in the comments below. Special thanks to my lovely wee patrons, Cat G, Proxy1 and TG Monster, for your continued support over on Patreon. Thank you guys so much, I do really appreciate it. But yeah, that was this episode of New Wasteland. Hope you guys enjoyed. There hasn't really been much in terms of new world mods coming out recently, so I have had my eyes on, again, a few like Motor City and Atlanta, but those guys are not really advertising much, so I can't really tell you much about it. I'm going to wait a little bit more until more details come out in those mods to do a video. But thank you guys so much for watching, and again, if you have any new world mods you want to share with me and you want me to cover on the channel, please leave it down in the comment section below and I will definitely check it out. So yeah, thank you so much for watching again, and I shall be seeing you all later. Bye bye.